Hey everybody, it's me, Lewie again. We've got Ashley with me, and Madison, and Caroline. Madison wants to be a part of it, so say hi, Maddie.
Hi, everyone.
Dear, would you like to be a part of this and say hi?
Hi.
All right. Uh, Yesterday we buried my father. Today's the 8th of August. Yesterday was the 7th, obviously. He died on the 1st after a long battle with COPD and Parkinson's. And I'll tell you, it was horrid watching him fail the way he failed. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't wish you having to fail that way. I don't wish to have you watch anyone fail that way. Death has a way of taking you. It's neither one's great, but if I had to make a choice, instead of sitting there having it stare at me until I finally succumb, I'd rather just sneak up behind me in the middle of the night and just take me real quick. Those are the only two ways death come about, and those are the ways, either real quick or real slow, and I just want the quick way. Anyways, I had the honor of doing the eulogy, and it was the toughest thing I had ever done. I cried through the whole thing. If it wasn't for Ashley bringing tissues up, I probably would have had snot all over the podium and the floor and myself and everything else. That's how bad I was crying. The thing is, though, I made the same mistake twice. And the mistake was I was crying in such a manner that I had to find some way to take my mind off of the task I was doing while I was doing it. And what I decided to try and do was remember a couple of comedy pieces. I love comedies. And I remembered a couple of comedy pieces from Jeff Allen. He's a comedian. He does dry bar comedy. He's absolutely hilarious. If you ever get a chance to check him out, go for it. It's absolutely hilarious. His routine is funny. Anyways, I was running his routine through my head, trying to find some way to lift my spirits, to get me to stop sobbing so hard that I couldn't get the words out, and I was taking too many pauses. And what I did was, at one point, there was a spot that came into my head that was so funny that I laughed while I was crying, and everything that was inside my nose come flying out. I caught it with my hand. I didn't get it all over everything. If it wasn't for the tissues and all that, it would have been all over everything. And then a couple minutes later, it happened again, and that's when I realized the mistake I made. I can't think of something funny when I'm trying to do something sad, because all kinds of things come flying out. I don't know how to deliver a eulogy without crying. I didn't learn anything by that. I do know, however, what not to do, and that is do not try and bring your spirits up by thinking of something funny, because it just doesn't work. Now, with all that being said, my eulogy was right on. It was 100% caught my dad in the light that he deserved. Um, you know how sometimes when you write or you say something, and a few minutes later, when it's too late to do anything different, you think, I should have said this, or I could have said that, or I should have wrote this, or I should have wrote that. Well, I haven't had that problem with this eulogy. I delivered it yesterday. It's too late for me to change it now, and I have yet to come up with anything better. I've tried for the sake of doing it, just to see how well I did. And a lot of the people at the funeral come up to me and told me I hit the nail on the head with them. And you know, it feels good to know that I saw my father in the same light as people who were not sharing my family with me. Um, the thing is, the world did not lose a good man with my father, and that's what I told everybody. And if you knew my father, you would know that they lost an uncelebrated hero. And that's exactly what this world ran out of with him, an uncelebrated hero. I wasn't the only one to say it. It wasn't my words. For the other ways, it was my words, my way. But the pastor even said that the world could use many more men like my father. So, Godspeed, Dad. We'll see you in a few years.